Hi, I'm Film Recap. This is a film where 17-year-old boy Mark Grayson is just like every other guy his age, except that his father is the most powerful superhero on the planet, Omni-Man. As Mark develops powers of his own, he discovers his father's legacy may not be as heroic as it seems. It's About Time opens with two security guards at the White House. Guard Steve talks about his stepson. Despite all the hell he has caused, Steve is looking forward to the day his son gets that diploma. Suddenly, there's chaos and the ground tears up beneath them. Two large blue brutes come from the ground and start shooting at the White House. And then a group of superheroes, the Guardians of the Globe, turn up to fight. While trying to protect the White House, they have to protect civilians as well. The superheroes clear the White House and then successfully deal with the blue brutes. And then the story quickly switches to Mark Grayson. He's watching his father, Nolan Grayson, Omni-Man, saving the day at the White House. Nolan returns home and starts snogging his wife Debbie Grayson, and their son Mark gets irritated at how open his parents are in front of him. Mark is looking forward to getting his powers, and his father offers him hope. Mark seems downbeat about not having powers yet. He's a character with this strong sense of privilege. At school, Mark gets irritated at a kid called Todd for sexually harassing Amber. He attempts to stand up to Todd, yet he's smacked right upside the head while Amber kicks Todd, where it really hurts. Later on, working, Mark acknowledges he has his abilities as he threw the garbage to space. At family supper, Mark revealed he has abilities. His dad offers to give him preparing. Sometime later, Mark is overpowered and understands he will have the option to fly. Mark chooses to tumble off the house rooftop intentionally to make the reflex of flying, and he stirs things up around town sky. He coincidentally almost catches up with a plane enclosures somewhere down in the climate. He falls oblivious and falls. As he awakens, he hits the floor. Invincible Season 1, Episode 1 shows how difficult it is for Mark to be a superhero. It isn't all roses as he thought it was. The next day, his alarm goes off. It's training day with his father. The first lesson is flying. Mark loses control of his landing. The second lesson is fighting with the leverage of flying. His father punches Mark square in the chest, and he hurts him. Nolan tells him to be prepared for everything. When they return, Debbie senses that Nolan is already impatient with Mark. At school the next day, Todd bullies Mark and threatens him. Mark asks Todd to hit him as hard as he can repeatedly. Each punch has no effect, and everyone is shocked. After school, Mark puts on a makeshift superhero suit to stop a bank robbery with a villain and criminals. A villain that's made of rocks fights him. Mark hasn't given himself a name yet. His father finds him and tells him he looks ridiculous and that he's not ready. Mark asks him to hit him and gets emotionally frustrated. He wants to prove his father wrong and be like him. Nolan introduces Mark to a man that creates superhero suits, Art Rosenbaum. He asks him if he has a name yet so that he can strive for iconic in terms of a suit. When he returns home, Debbie asks Mark to get inside, but he refuses. Debbie reminds Mark that she's still there for him as a mother. She tells Mark to be the greatest you. The next day, after speaking to his father, he has a light bulb moment. He will be called Invincible. He gets his new suit and flies around the city. And then the new animation series gives that moment where a new superhero has his limelight. It's not, I'm Batman. It's not, I'm Spider-Man. As he enjoys the skies, he sees an explosion in the distance and flies towards it. There's a villain that the police are trying to stop. Mark punches the villain repeatedly. He announces his name for the first time. I'm Invincible. But then the ending to Invincible Season 1, Episode 1 brings shocking circumstances. This is going to be more than a simple superhero animated series. But then the ending to Invincible Season 1, Episode 1 brings shocking circumstances. This is going to be more than a simple superhero animated series. The next phase of the episode shows the Guardians of the Globe. Each superhero is alerted of an incident. The superheroes group together after thinking Darkwing alerted them, but he didn't. It's a trap. Suddenly, Omni-Man is their enemy as he attacks, and they have to fight him. Omni-Man kills Red Rush by squashing his head into a pulp and forcing it to explode. He then kills Darkwing and Green Ghost. The rest of the superheroes believe someone is controlling Omni-Man. Eventually, Omni-Man kills every last one of them brutally. It's an absolute bloodbath. The episode ends in silence. If you enjoy content like this, please kindly like and subscribe for more weekly content similar to this.